Welcome back to my channel. I'm Stanell, the Money Therapist, where you'll learn about money, entrepreneurship, and life skills that was not taught. This is the land where we whip debt's ass. I teach you how to whip debt in my school, Money Therapy Institute. I will put all that information in the description in this channel. Please subscribe to my channel as well. Now, I'm wearing today, I whip that ass, debt that is. I'm not trying to put my chest inside the camera. I just want to show you my shirt and how I'm going to recycle my shirts because that is what I do. Although my videos currently have been about the PPP loan, I teach you how to build budgets, how to whip debt, how to get out of debt. I also teach in my school about entrepreneurship. So I want to just jump into this. Hopefully this will be the last video. So you all know that I was approved for the loan. So yesterday was April 21st and today's the 22nd. So yesterday was April 21st and I received actually on the 19th, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it was an electronic signature. And I you know how you go on your email and you see it and you're like, I thought it was someone from my staff that was asking me to sign something, and at the moment I was not able to do it, and I said, I'll just get back to it later, and then I forgot because they had the same last name. No, it was the actual promissory note to accept the loan. Now, y'all know I did that before. So, on the next day, I noticed I was actually asleep. I'm not even lying, and it just hit me. It said document, it said signature, and I jumped up out my sleep. So this is what it looked like. Let me just show you. This is the promissory note, and right here, this one is for a better me. Now, what I marked out was the SBA loan, the loan amount, and the lender, because that's my business and y'all don't need to know that. You know Tabitha from TikTok, she said that's my business. She's a vegan. Y'all need to check her out. Her page is wonderful. But anyway, this is the promissory note, and I wanted you to see it for both of them. So this is one for a second touch, and the other one is for a better me. And the rate is 1% fixed rate. And so I had to sign a promissory note. And when I signed the promissory note yesterday, before I did this video, I said, let me check and see if I have the funds. And guess what? I have the funds. I was nervous yesterday, completely nervous. I have the funds in my account today. I'm not that nervous as I was yesterday, but I do want to go over some information that is in back of me so you can know exactly what you're getting into. And if this is not for you, if you can pass this video on, so because I'm going to go in detail on this note and also what I do as well. So, yes, I have it back here, and it's on my, I have it's taped on my, my bookcase. Look, Mom said if you don't have no ketchup and your ketchup running out and you have to feed your kids, you better put some water in there, shake that baby right on up. You better figure out to do something. If you don't have no milk, you better use canned milk. So I do have boards. I have erase boards. I actually have 3 here in my business office, but the lighting wasn't right and I don't have the equipment and I need to get this information to you. So this is what you have. It's called improvising. Okay? So now, let me see if I can move over. So the PPP loan, whatever you was approved for, you must use for the payroll and expenses only, okay? You only can use that for payroll and expenses. I know that you know that. And this is why, because if you do not, you will have to pay it back. It is a loan that is forgiven, and it's only forgiven in the terms that you use them for appropriately. So the loan is from February 15 to June 30th, okay? We know today is April, so they're backing the loan from February. Now, the bank is looking at payroll from these dates. It's 5 months. So when we had to submit the documentation, we actually had to submit from, I believe I submitted January, February, and March. I believe I just gave them an extra one. So they're looking at the total of your payroll. So although the loan is 8 weeks, so they're giving you 8 weeks, but they're backdating it from February, okay? Track with me. Now, here's an example. If you borrow $65,000 and that amount was from your payroll, and that was 2.5 times what your payroll is, and some expenses and such in that amount. So if you borrow $65,000 and you spend $50,000 within that time frame, within the 8 weeks, you have to pay back $15,000 because you did not spend the entire $65,000 that was given. Okay, and I want you to really understand and get this, because I see people that are doing other videos, and you have to pay this back if you do not use it appropriately. Okay, that's when it's a loan. Stanella Money Therapists don't do no loans. All right, okay, no, and I teach that we don't do no loans. But if it's forgiven, we gonna test the waters. Okay, so. Now, if you borrow $65,000 and your expenses is $120,000, totaling from the February 15th to the June 30th, you do not have to pay it back, because it's actually more than what you borrowed, because they're going from February. Even though they're working on those 8 weeks, they're looking back from February. So you really, what you're borrowing is covering the 8 weeks, but they're looking at a couple months starting in February, and the money was just given in the month of April. So it's like, wow, if you do the right things, meaning if you use it exactly for what it's supposed to be used for, then you will not have to pay it back. So now I'm going to teach you exactly how to be able to delegate the accounts to where they really need to be, so that way you can really track it. One thing that I do, I try my best to track my accounts. I have a lot of accounts. So let me show you over here. So over here, I have 4 accounts. I have an operations account where the money goes directly into. I have a merchants account where I transfer the money into. I have a tax account for taxes, and I have an emergency fund account, okay? So I don't just have one account operations and do everything from one account. No. That's not good bookkeeping. That's not good accounting. That's not good at all. We don't want to do that. As a business owner, you always want to make sure that you have several accounts, even personal, and I talk about this in all my videos. So now we need a PPP account. So I have to cut this video short because I have some business that I have to take care of. I just wanted to shoot this video so you can know, but this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to open up an account that says PPP, okay, Paycheck Protection Program. It's just going to say PPP, so I label my accounts. So these are what the funds are going to get transferred to. So if the funds is in my operation, I'm going to take that amount and put it right in the PPP account. Then I'm going to set up payroll. I'm going to contact my payroll company, and I'm going to call them, and I'm always calling them, Kevin, Sarah, Rachel, always, hey, it's me. I know they'd be like, oh my gosh. I'm going to call them and say, what form do I need? I'm going to give you this account number now. So I want the money to come directly out of the PPP account, because I don't want the bank seeing or getting mixed up or other things going in and out. I want it clean, sweet as possible, because the Money Therapists do not like messy anything, and we don't want to pay it back. So you want to make sure that you open up an account that says PPP. It needs to be separate from everything else that you're doing, because you want to make sure that this is standing alone and everything is coming in, is coming out, is coming in and coming out. So in those 8 weeks, before those 8 weeks, within the 6.5 weeks, you have to be tracking and contacting the bank, because you have to request for the loan to be forgiven, and then you have to give them the documentation. So you don't want it to be messy, okay? So I learned that from my accountant. Shout out Katina and Sean. They really taught me a lot as far as just being clean. I'm always had different accounts because I can't function with one. So the only way the loan is forgiven, 75% is for your payroll, your utilities. Well, no, really 75% is for your payroll. Everything else, 25% is for your mortgage, your utilities, such things as that. You have your taxes. Now, You want to make sure that this is what it is for. Anything else is not for that. It's for only your expenses. It's for only your payroll. You know, like I said before, you don't want to go out buying a car, buying a boat, buying all these different things. This is to help you with your payroll, okay? This is what the PPP is for, is to help you for your payroll. So again, you have to have an account that is separate. It's a PPP account. You can call it whatever you need to call it. Transfer the funds from the operation account or whatever account you call it in, and make your own separate account. Call your account, not your accountant, call your payroll company, set everything up, and call your accountant, let them know what you're doing as well. Set everything up, and therefore it's smooth. It's smooth, okay? That's what you want to do. So listen, I hope that you understand and you learned a lot. If you need more information, you can always send me a comment. Thank you for all your comments. I really do appreciate it. Please subscribe to my channel as we sit low at the bottom. Please subscribe to the channel. And I hope that this information really helped you. Remember, many are called, few are chosen. Are you ready to answer the call? You better go out and do you.